Hey, this is Julie. It is August 18th, 4 p.m. I want to look at the calendar for tomorrow. We've got two big ticket items that might potentially move the market and allow some money-making opportunities. And the first is CPI. So any of your dollar-denominated commodities could potentially get a little boogie on tomorrow and move. 0.2 or better is the number for me. Anything under a 0.2, I'm going to say the dollar is going to stall, if not reverse on a lower number. So that'll be interesting tomorrow. And then we have EIA. But before EIA, we had the API report that came out. Where are you, API? Here we are. Projecting a minus 2 million withdrawal of inventory, depletion, decrease. So, which would be good, showing that product left Cushing. However, the EIA report is only estimating less than 1 million, 0.777. So that's a disparity. The history's been all over the place, minus 4.5, minus 4.5, minus 1.68. So minus 777 is actually a bearish number. So maybe that is the subterfuge, or whatever you want to call it, that if it is 2 million or better, that the product will rally. Maybe that's a little bit of that secret sauce on that. So we're up to their antics. So changing down to my divergence, where crude has been falling, but momentum has been rising. Take a look at the 120-minute chart, where you will see the divergence that came in, and also how price is responding beautifully to the previous VWAP deviation band levels as support resistance. So that's been tracking very well as a support resistance level, previous and current. I will keep my eye on that for further levels to trade to. And I've got my divergence signal, which I saw post-market, unfortunately. I wish I had noticed that this morning. Absolutely. Speaking of the regular trading chart, I did get the green signals that came in, but price was just not following. The market was very slow to get up there. We did have one good pullback almost to the previous value low, which makes this inflection like a very high probability trade. And I did not see that. I must have been chatting or something else. But those are something I always want to watch for. And then anytime you get a pullback to the 50 SMA and your point of control with a direction guide trade, that's always another entry location. But this one would have been a little bit painful because price really sat here from 10:30 to 12:30 without doing a thing. So that's a long time to just sit there with very little range and movement, and it just going up and down, up and down, up and down. If you find yourself in a situation where you've gotten trapped, the best thing to do is just get out at the middle. That's why I have a mid band on here. If you get trapped, just get out of the middle. Don't even worry about it. You have to wait for a clear punch out of these before getting involved. Or buy on the trend line. And with a 15 tick stop, that's also a good entry. So that's like a limit order. But this did rally up, and I like the way that they sent it right back down to the point of control. So that was two good round trips where you could pick up a little bit of money right there with some position size. So that was about it in the crude oil market. Nat gas looks about the same for tomorrow. It looks like it's trying to rally up. So I'm going to keep my eye on nat gas. NASDAQ today was pathetic, so there wasn't anything there for me to trade. So tomorrow, looking at crude, I'm just going to try to stay out of the way of the initial report when it comes out. I have no idea where we're going to open relative to the previous range. We're still trading inside range. There's a void here, so I'm imagining that this is going to get taken out with price momentum heading that direction. So this should get filled in, Globex, and maybe fill this air pocket in and see what happens when price comes back to test what was resistance now becomes support. So we'll see where these support levels hold up to keep price up and out instead of down. We'll see. Tomorrow should be fun. See you later.